Hello everyone and welcome to this video on this course of getting started with Angular. In this part of the video we'll be continuing with directives. In the previous video we looked at the ng structural directive which can be used to add elements or remove them from the DOM. But in this video we'll be looking at two attribute directives, the ngStyle and the ngClass, which can be used to not only change attributes such as color or background color of an HTML element, but also be used to add classes to an HTML element based on some certain conditions. So from the previous video, this was the progress which we made. If we click on add customer, this no new customer p tag disappears and we get new customer added based on a certain condition. So what I will do is I will define a new p tag and I will give it a name of this is tag 1, and I will have another tag which will be this is tag 2, right? So I define two p tags, right? I will be using ngStyle to possibly change their colors based on certain conditions. And what I will do is I will say ngStyle, and as you can see I've wrapped ngStyle beneath two square brackets, and what the square brackets show Angular is that I'm trying to bind ngStyle to a certain set of conditions which I will be writing in a second. And I will say equal to two square brackets, and I will say I want to bind to the background color. So I have written background color in a completely different way. You guys can write it like this as well, totally up to you, but I'll be going with this one. And now what I'll do is using ternary operators, JavaScript ternary operators, I will do is show underscore customer. If show underscore customer is equal to, I mean if it's true, give me a green color, else give me a red. So obviously it will give me a red because by default no new customer, that particular show underscore customer is always false. But if we click on the add customer button, it changes to true, and this is why this is changed to green. Now I will have to apply ngStyle to this p tag over here, but I would like to apply ngStyle in a different way. And what I mean by a different way is that I will do ngStyle, but I will type in the property name which the attribute name which I want to manipulate, background color. But instead of using ternary operator over here, what I'll do is I will possibly bind to a particular function which I have not created yet, which is set color. Now I haven't created the set color function yet, and that is why I'm getting this error. So I will go inside of my TypeScript file and I will define my set color function over here, and I will do is show underscore customer true, give me I'll possibly give me green, or let's make it red. So I'm completely changing the conditions, else give me a green. And if I go back to my web app, I get two different colors, rightfully so, because okay, so why is the last one in green? Because based on the condition of set color inside of the set color function, this dot show underscore customer, if this is true, return red, else return green, which is completely opposite to what we've done over here. If show underscore customer is true, return green, else red. And show underscore customer is this boolean that we have defined in the previous video. So if I click on add customer, my colors change. Why? Because obviously now show underscore customer has been set to true, and using ternary operators the appropriate condition is applied. So this was a very basic level introduction to ngStyle, and this is how you guys can use ngStyle to modify or change attributes. Another example of ngStyle is that we can bind to single attributes as well. So what I mean by single attributes is I can just do style dot background dash color like this, and I can directly give it red. and if I'll say this is red, I click on save, and I think I'll have to wrap it inside of single quotation marks, because this is TypeScript. At the end of the day, we need these double quotation marks. This is all TypeScript, and if I don't have single quotation marks, red will be considered as a variable, which it is not, because we have not defined any variable by the name of red. I go back and I can see this is red, and I can even add a condition over here. What I can do is using ternary operators, show underscore customer is equal to true, return, let's say blue, else return pink. Click on save, we go back, so we're getting pink. We click on add customer, it changes to blue. So these are the different ways in which ngStyle can be implemented. We can add ternary operators directly to the HTML file. We can even use functions, in this case such as the set color, and we can also bind to one single property, which in this case is background color, but it can be color, it can be anything. I will leave it up to you guys to practice, but yes, this was a very basic level introduction to ngStyle. The other thing which I want to go over is the ngClass. The ngClass can be used to add classes using a certain set of conditions. So if I define a p tag over here, which is this is welcome, this is my class 1, and I want to add a certain set of classes to it dynamically. What I can do is, first I will define a class, a red dash class. I'll say background color is red and color of the text is white. That's the first thing. And I'll define a green class as well. Background color is green and color is white. And you guys can add as many attributes, as many CSS properties as you like, but I'm going to only stick to these two just for the sake of this particular video. And what I want to do now is I want to use the ngClass to change this particular p tag. What I can do is I'll do ngClass equal to double quotation mark, and then what I'll do is using my two curly brackets, I'll type in the name of the class, which is red dash class. And what I'll do is in front of it I'll put in the condition show underscore customer is equal to true, and this will possibly give me nothing because show underscore customer by default is false. But if I click on add customer, show underscore customer turns to true, and this particular class will be shown. Now obviously this version of ngClass used only one condition, but if we have multiple conditions, what we can do is we can do ngClass, and now without giving it the curly brackets, we can type in our condition directly, show underscore customer true. If it's true, give me red dash class, else give me or return the green dash class. Let's see if this works. Should technically work. Yeah, I think it will work. Let's see. Okay, I don't have anything inside. This is my class 2. I have to add a text as well for this to appear. We click on save, we go back to the code, and yes, this is working. I have a green color and a white textual color. I click on it, I get this is my class 2. So yeah, this was a very basic level introduction to the ngClass. Obviously there are a lot of ways in which ngClass can be manipulated. You can add multiple conditions to an ngClass as well. What I will give you guys to practice is that we use a function to set a particular, we use the function in ngStyle to change the background color. I will leave it up to you guys to use this particular function in the ngClass attribute directive as well. And the other thing which I would like you guys to practice is to use multiple conditions inside of the ngClass. And what I mean by multiple conditions is that right now this show underscore customer is holding true. What if we have is underscore disabled, right? So if we wanted to add multiple conditions and is underscore disabled is equal to true. If I go over here, this is my class 1. So if I go over here to my code, I click on it, this is working. But if I were to change this to false, something should happen. Something will not be the same. Okay, first of all, my button is not, it's disabled, right? So I'll first of all remove it. Where is the button? Where have I disabled it? I have disabled it over here. I'll remove it altogether. If I go back to the code, so as you can see, the class was not applied. Why? Because now we have applied the AND condition as well as a part of the ngClass. So my red dash class depends on two conditions: the show underscore customer and the is underscore disabled. So if either one of these is false, this particular class will not be applied. But if I were to add an OR operator over here, something like this, I click on save, I go back, ngClass is now working perfectly fine. And just to give you guys a very let's just try to do something. I'll do something like this. As you can see, we're getting a whole lot of different colors using ngStyle and ngClass. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video useful. In this video, we went over the ngClass and ngStyle attribute directives. In the coming video, I will be going over the ng4 structural directive, which can be used to add elements to the DOM. And with that, our basic level introduction to directives which are shipped with Angular will possibly come to an end, even though I believe there are way other directives which is shipped with Angular. And then we will be moving hopefully to creating our own custom directives. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, feel free to share it. Feel free to give it a like, for that helps me out a lot. Until we meet in the next video, this is Mohit Lodi signing off.